Thank you, Brianna. Now I will discuss 4 ultimate questions that are answered in the movie The Blind Side. Who am I? Why am I here? Where did I come from? And where am I going? What or who define you? In the movie, Michael doesn't really have very good connections with the community he's living in. He feels discouraged by a community that doesn't really understand him and judges him for who he is and his size. And in the movie, Michael learns how to interact with the people around him through a family that adopts him after finding him wandering on the side of the road, not having a place to be or go to, and starts to begin his journey of figuring out who he is, what kind of person he is becoming. The second question is, why am I here? Life is often a path you cannot always see the end of. So in this film, Michael is a football player. He's trying to compete in sports for football, but on the other end, he has to hold up good grades in school in order to keep playing. The problem is, Michael doesn't understand the curriculums and the teachings that are being taught to him. The teachers around him don't realize that he doesn't understand them, and for that, he's failing in school. So, aside from being misunderstood at school and not understanding anything at school, that with the disconnectedness with his own mother and the community he's living around, he's trying to figure out where in this world does he belong, that he can be accepted in. The third question, where did I come from? After Michael was adopted into this family of the Tokis, Miss Boswell is curious to know where did Michael come from? Like, who's his mom? Who's his dad? When Miss Boswell goes looking for answers, she finds the address of Michael's mom, talks with her, and asks her, who is Michael's father? And Michael's mom briefly says he left shortly after he was born. So Michael never knew his father. Michael came from a really broken home where the mom was going through a hard situation of drugs. Michael coming back to her, trying to support her. So trying to just figure out all this stuff like, belonging. Like, how? The fourth question, where am I going? Throughout the movie, Michael starts to find purpose. This family believes in him. The mom is supporting him, bringing up his courage, showing him that he's more, and how he has a heart and a passion for the people around him, and not to be afraid of that. Like when he protected Mrs. Boswell's son in the car accident. Like Michael develops as a character in this, and throughout this development in the film, Michael starts to see a path of his future. He starts to see a future in his football, in how much potential he has, and to the end of the movie, Michael ends up being accepted into a college where he will continue on with his football career after taking recognition from a lot of people, a lot of coaches. And Michael's story just continues on from there with the blessings of God. And those are the 4 ultimate questions that are answered in the movie The Blind Side. On to you, Olivia.